Common Senser, thank you so much for watching this video today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Common Sense Mamita. Today we have an awesome guest with us, Robin Tavares-Russell. We're going to talk to her about what it's like being the parent of an actor. Hello.
I love that introduction. Thank you.
So, first of all, I want to talk about where you come from.
I come from Rhode Island, East Providence. I've been an artist since I was 2. I knew I wanted to be a singer since I was 3. I thought I was Diana Ross. I just wanted to come out here to California to pursue my dream. But before I came, I was in a singing group and I loved it with all my heart. We sang all around New England. Then I had to quit to go to college, which I did not want to do.
Where'd you go?
Wheelock College in Boston. I only wanted to apply to 2 schools. So I applied to Rhode Island School of Design, which I had a 4-year scholarship.
That's awesome.
No. And then to Wheelock College. And I thought both schools would turn me down. And then I'd say, well, I tried and they didn't accept me, so I got to go sing with my group because I knew my purpose when I was with them. And I realized I was a songwriter as well. I realized how to work as a team. It was my heart and my passion. When I did go to college and I was going for early childhood development special ed, which is my background, wanted to quit every year.
Mm-hmm.
When I did become a teacher, I was happy. I loved the kids. I loved
But
every
you
kid.
came out here early. You were
I was
young.
21.
Yeah, because I met you
Yeah.
about that time, and
Yeah.
I was about 21.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite 21, but I was
You were a baby.
getting
you
there.
still had braids.
Getting there.
And yeah, I came out exactly at 21. I went to school early, so I graduated early. I was teaching. I kind of lost my confidence in who I was as a singer, as an artist. I kind of pushed it to the side and said, okay, I'll rely on my fallback. I don't encourage anybody to do, ever. God gave you a dream, you go for it. Everybody's going to say, well, what if you don't make it? Well, what if you don't make it? Well, what if you don't make it? Well, what if I do? I know I'm not going to make it if I don't pursue it with all my heart. So.
And when you had your kids, what was the impetus that got you to say, I think my daughter should be acting?
With Chelsea, every time we would walk down the street, they'd stop me and people would come up, here's my card, she needs to be in commercials, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then,
So Robin's daughter is Chelsea
Tavares.
Tavares. Yes, who's done a lot of television, a lot of Disney, a lot of
Nickelodeon. She was Cranberry on Fabulous, and then she was Autumn on Just Jordan with Lil JJ, and then went on to ABC Family with Make It or Break It. Her name was Jordan on that, I think. She just had it. She would sing all the time. She'd be in the back seat and we're singing, and this is when she was 2. She could hold a tune. That's why when Michael Jackson's mom said, no, Michael Jackson was singing at 2, I believe her, because Chelsea was singing at 2, and I didn't allow my kids to sing off key. I was like, well, I was a mad mom in a minivan, and they'll be singing. I'm like, hey, what's that note? And Hallie would be like, I was just kidding. No kidding, you'll be walking. So. But I just followed their lead. I just saw Chelsea, she liked to perform. She loved singing. Anything was a microphone. So finally one day, a friend of mine said, here's an agency. Just bring her in. So I did. Well, no, I didn't bring her in. My sister Kim brought her in because I wasn't feeling well that day. And
Robin's sister is Kim Tavares, who is a wonderful stand-up comic and a wonderful writer.
Fabulous. Okay. Yes, she is. Chelsea went in, her and Kim went in, and they didn't even make it home yet. And the lady was like, we want her. I was like, oh, okay. And she was only 18 months. And she just went in like she owned the place. And I was like, well, okay. And then we started doing print work. When you're on set with your kid when they're small, they already know that they're cute. They already know that they can get away with anything, so they're going to be as bratty as they want to be. I would say, Chelsea, Mommy's going to the ladies' room. I will be right back. Mommy always comes back. Or I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Mommy will be right back. And I would go and I'd hide behind a bush or hide behind a wall and watch everything. And then when the director or the photographer would work with her, she'd work with her, no problem at all. If I was there, then she'd act bratty. So I learned early on, Mom needs to be out of the way.
Paying attention, but not letting them see you.
Oh, definitely pay attention. You have to see everything. You have to hear everything. There always has to be like an open door. Most parents think, oh, no, I don't want to mess mess up my chances. I don't want, that's your baby.
Now, when you say you don't want to mess up your chances, give me a specific.
One time, my middle daughter, Kylie Russell,
who's also an actress.
And she was carrying on Jump In, and now look out for her on Zombies, 2018 with Disney, and she plays Eliza. When she was little, she was shy. The producer, everybody was fabulous. The wrangler, or the little child teacher, I didn't get along with him because she came in, and she was like only 3. Oh, do you want a piece of pizza? Yes, please. You can get a piece of pizza after you play with the kids. And I looked at him and I said, no, you can get a piece of pizza now. Do you want to play with the kids? And he goes, I wouldn't suggest your child to be in this industry and blah, blah, blah. And he's giving me all the rundown on how the industry is bad for kids. I'm like, well, why are you here? You know, and it's like, I was not going to allow him to tell me about my child or to bully me into a position. It's like, I know who I am. And I'm my child's mother. And I want to make sure that she has a good time on set and she's having fun. When it's not about making her a star, she's having fun.
You've been in the business as a parent of working actors for the last 20 years.
Or a little more.
Yeah,
because Chelsea was 13 months.
You've seen a lot of stuff on set. What are a couple of things you can tell parents who are looking to put their kids in show business?
Your kid can be the cutest kid on earth, but does your child have the personality for it? Is it something they really want to do, or is it something you want to do? Because it's a fine line. Like with my kids, I'm so happy they sing. They're great. They surpassed me. You know, if they should win a Grammy, it's like, oh my gosh, that's better than me winning a Grammy. Sort of like how they say grandparents, when you have a grandchild, it's like, it's so much better. Mm-hmm. But you have to be careful not to get caught up in trying to live their dreams. It's their life. And if they want to do it, then you follow their lead. And if they do want to do it, they have to realize it is a commitment. They have to learn early on. It's like being a kid, having a good time, but it's a commitment. You can't say, oh, you know what, I got this job, but I don't feel like it. I'm going to go to my friend's pajama party or whatever. It's like, no. Like when Chelsea was in Lion King, she went to school on set except for Mondays, because Mondays were dark. And if she missed pajama parties, she missed birthday parties. And I said, do you mind missing? She went, well, yeah, I really want to go, but you know what? I really love doing this. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. So therefore, I knew I was doing the right thing. I was following her lead. So any parent that wants their kid in the industry, make sure it's something they want to do.
Okay, so let's talk about, because as an actor, I've been on set where people had their kids on set and they really didn't want to do it.
The kid didn't
want to do it. I remember times being at auditions where there were kids there and the kids just didn't want to be there, and the parent was just berating the child and verbally abusing the child, you know. So let's talk about that.
I've actually been at auditions where parents would try to sabotage, would come up to my kid and say, so, you're going for this part? Oh, so how much money do you make? So Chelsea's like, Mom, I said, go ask her for her social security number and what her blood type is like, and then tell her, come talk to me. It's almost like gossip. It's almost like not belittle, but be real slick. Like try to throw their confidence out the window. And it's like, it's not up to who's going to get the job by doing that.
But have you been on set when a parent has, you know, the kid obviously doesn't want to be there and the parent is almost tormenting the kid? You have to, you know, you got to do this instead of honoring the kid. I don't want to be here. At 5, 6, 7, if that kid...
Fortunately, to be honest, I have been on practically every set except that one time, and that was the teacher, not anybody else. My children and every other children have been greatly respected. Fortunately, I have not worked with a parent that was like that with their kid.
Oh, that's good.
If I don't think I could I'd be praying like really hard. You know, your mother says if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. I'd be praying really hard, and I know I'd have to end up taking that person aside and saying, look, can we... The kids have all been respected. There's underlying things that parents do to other parents.
Like what?
Oh, my child got this. My child's doing this next. And, you know, and you have
Trying to top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you have to be, it's like gossip. You have to be really careful because I'm not going to lie. I've fallen because I'm competitive. And, you know, it's good to be a healthy competitive, but you can fall into it. It's like, oh, yeah?
I think, though, every parent goes through that.
They do.
And you do have to balance. When my daughter was about 2, I remember sitting there and these parents were all talking, yes, my child is going to so-and-so, and my child is doing this, and my child. And for a minute, I got ready, and then I was like, wait a minute, just back up and watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is not about you. There's something else going on.
Yes.
But I remember, like, my kid's fantastic. What are you
Yes.
talking about?
Yeah.
So that's a pitfall
It
that,
is.
that parents have to be aware of.
And I have to say, a parent that really helped me navigate through everything is Barbara Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
She had 3 daughters. I had 3 daughters, and they all look the same. She blessed me all the time. She helped me all the time. If Chelsea went out for something, and they always were up for the same things, and Penny always got it. Penny was a good little actress, and Chelsea's like, oh, Penny's gonna get it. But it was a healthy competition. They all wanted the same for each other. And I remember when Chelsea went out for the district, and all of them were going out for it. Well, Chelsea, Brooke, and Penny, and they were all good and all gorgeous kids. And Chelsea was like, Mommy, I want this so bad. So she went and she said hello to everybody, and then she sat down and studied her lines. And Penny and Brooke told their mother, they said, you know what, Chelsea really wants this really bad. So Mommy, we're praying that if we don't get it, we want her to book it. That just blessed me, and Chelsea booked it. And they were happy for her. Just like when they get something, Chelsea's happy for them. But that's the healthy village that you have to have in this industry.